This here will rock your body.
Whoa. And they were in the same den.
No.
I understand you.
What you doing later?
This is incredible!
Okay, so I really enjoyed Hoppers. And I'm saying this now because I know not everybody's going to agree with me. But I'm sorry, I just really enjoyed this movie. Really, for a lot of people, I think that Pixar is just one of those studios that people expect a lot of great stuff from. And this movie, Hoppers, I think is really good, but I'm not sure if it's as great as some of Pixar's other previous films. Honestly, my biggest problem with the film is that I think a lot of people are going to come into the film and think that it's going to be on the same level as a lot of Pixar's other previous films like Toy Story. And for those people, I'm afraid that the film might not meet their expectations. However, if you are able to come into the film a little bit more open-minded like I did, then I think you will actually have fun and really enjoy the film. And I'm harping on this point a little because I think that this is a film that genuinely wants to stand on its own as a Pixar film. It's a film with a different look and style than other previous Pixar films, and I think that works hand in hand with its writing and characters. And of course, the same goes for the movie's comedy and humor.
Yeah, it's crowded, but we're still alive.
Now, I don't want to get too specific with a lot of my criticisms with this review because I do want this to be a spoiler-free review, and honestly, I think that this is a movie that's definitely worth going out and seeing for yourself. Like I said earlier, I do think that a lot of people are going to have different reactions to this movie, and because of that, I would like more people to go out and see it for themselves. Okay, so one of the first things that I really enjoyed about this movie was its art style. From the first few trailers and teasers that were put out, it was very obvious that this film was going to have a very different art style than what Pixar had put out previously. The art style here is very soft and very cutesy. It's something that I really enjoyed. This movie is also very colourful and vibrant. The whole look of this film comes together to create something that's really quite cutesy and very enjoyable. Watching the movie, I did think that a lot of the animal characters looked very soft, huggable, and very cutesy. But with that, I did still think that they were designed to be characters first and not toys, which personally is something that I really enjoyed from a character design point of view. For quite a while now, I've been waiting for Pixar to experiment with the visual aesthetic of a lot of their films, kind of like what the people over at DreamWorks Studios have been doing with the visual design of a lot of their films. So honestly, to a point, I am just hoping that this movie does do really well just because I want to see more of this sort of visual experimentation come out of Pixar.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So yes, from a visual standpoint, this film is really quite enjoyable and has some really great animation. Now, when it comes to the film's story and humour, I think that this is something that Pixar has really been hyping up for quite a while now. I remember various executives and directors at Pixar have all been focused on just how funny this movie is and telling people just how they think that this movie will be something that really gets a lot of people laughing. And personally, I do think that that is true to some extent. Because whilst I wasn't laughing at absolutely every joke in the movie, I was still laughing quite often. Which for me might also just be a personal thing. It's really like they say, humour is subjective, and I know some people might go out and see this film and laugh at the jokes that I didn't personally laugh at. So that's fine with me. However, with that said, I do still think that the movie is decently funny, and I think it will get a chuckle out of you if you go to see it. And hey, if you do want some indicator of just how funny this movie is, then let me just say that the whole lizard meme came from a Elio after credits scene for this movie.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Now again, in terms of the story, there's not too much I want to say just because I do want this to be a spoiler-free review. However, what I can do is give a brief rundown of a few of the main story aspects that I really enjoyed. Firstly, I want to say that I enjoyed the majority of all the characters in this movie. Really, I think that all of the characters, if not most of the characters, were well written and decently funny. I of course had a few characters that I enjoyed more than others, but I also didn't think that there were any characters I outright disliked, or just thought that were wasting my time. Instead, I think the majority of the characters have a role to play in this movie, and I think that they all serve those roles pretty well. The story as a whole I also thought had some interesting themes, as well as a good message that I think more people should hear in a day and age like our own. And really, if you go out and see the film, I think it'll be a message that I think many people will find hard to disagree with. And lastly, in terms of the message, I do think that the story has been well written and properly developed in such a way that the message doesn't feel as if it's talking down to anyone or pandering to anyone. The movie did do a good job to deliver this message honestly, which is something that I really enjoyed. Now, in terms of the downsides and my problems with the movie, I don't really have all that many to talk of. To be completely honest with you all, I don't really have all that many problems with this movie. In fact, whatever I do have are just a few minor nitpicks with the film. And unfortunately, the majority of all those nitpicks that I have with this movie aren't really things I can talk about here in a spoiler-free review. I do kind of see myself in the future being able to make a larger video talking about this movie and just it more generally as a film. And in a video like that, I do see myself being able to make a more in-depth examination of the movie, the parts of it I really enjoyed and the parts of it I didn't really enjoy quite so much. But yeah, like I said, those aren't really things that I think are worth talking about in this video. So yeah, I might save all of those ideas for a larger video in the future. And now finally, I just want to end off this video by saying that Hoppers is a movie I actually enjoyed, as well as being a movie that I think you should all go out and see for yourselves to form your own opinion about. And hey, if you have seen the movie, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below telling me what you thought about it. Tell me whether or not you did or didn't enjoy the film, and whether or not you're excited for what Pixar has in store in the future. Finally, don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe and comment, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Goodbye.